much as soon as photography was invented in the 1830s, there was a desire to see it in color. The new medium was hyper-realistic, but without color, incomplete. Hand-coloring photographs using paints or dyes began in Europe, but the best hand-colored photographs of the 19th century came from Japan. For over 200 years, almost no one outside of Japan knew what the country looks like. The government closed the borders in 1635 to halt growing colonial influence, mostly from Catholic missionaries that took hold in the late 1500s. Leaving the country was forbidden. Those who tried were executed. And with some exceptions, contact to the outside world was cut off for 2 centuries. But in 1854, a US naval expedition of warships, led by Commodore Matthew Perry, forced Japan to open its ports, leading to an influx of travelers and traders from Europe and North America. Foreigners coming to Japan brought their clothes, their culture, and their cameras. Photography studios were everywhere in port cities like Yokohama, and as the medium became more popular, cameras began appearing in Uchiko, a traditional Japanese woodblock print, into this 1878 Mikado. A print of a wealthy Japanese woman admires photographic portraits with a stamp on the back, indicating the studio of Lukita Koichi, a well-known Japanese photographer at the time. But it was a foreigner, Italian-English Felice Bieto, that made expert quality of hand coloring that defines the characteristics of this era of Japanese photography. But many of these photos, especially the ones staged in studios, have artificial elements like backgrounds and fake snow added to the dress-up scene, and some constructed images of society that was already largely in the past when they were made. The samurai, for example, had all but disappeared by the 1870s. These are models wearing old armor. By the 1880s, those same Japanese apprentices that had made foreign-operated businesses profitable dominated the market with photography studios of their own, like Hosoka Kembe, one of the most lucrative photographers at the end of the 19th century in Japan.